Every once in a while, a film comes along that doesn't just seek to entertain you, it crushes you. Directed by Francis Lawrence and written by J.T. Molnar, The Long Walk is one of the most bleakest, most gut-wrenching experiences I've had in a theater this year. The only other film of 2025 that made me feel this way was Alex Garland and Ray Mendoza's Warfare, but for different reasons. It's the kind of movie that leaves you staring at the credits in silence, forcing you to just sit there and process the weight of what you've just seen. And today I want to talk about why this devastating Stephen King adaptation might just be one of the best films of 2025. I'm sure you already know the premise here, but just a quick recap. The Long Walk follows 50 teenage boys forced into an annual contest where they must walk endlessly at a steady pace, fall behind 3 miles per hour 3 times, and their ticket gets punched. They will walk until there is one man left standing, and this winner will receive a wish as well as an unknown sum of wealth. I'll be honest with you guys, The Long Walk wasn't really on my radar. It wasn't anywhere near my most anticipated films of 2025. I saw the trailer a few times and thought it looked interesting, but I was never really hyped about it because honestly, I just thought it looked okay. But I was wrong. This movie is very, very good. And I was not expecting the film to be as gut-wrenching as it was. This is not a feel-good, crowd-pleasing popcorn thriller. This is the complete polar opposite of that. The Long Walk quickly gets under your skin and makes you feel like shit for an hour and a half. The perfect example of this is when the first of 50 kids goes down. I will not spoil which kid goes first, but I will say that who they choose to go down first is 100% intentional and sets the entire mood for the remaining runtime. When you see that first kid get his ticket punched in a shockingly brutal fashion, it punches the audience in the face, letting you know up front that this is not going to be a fun experience. And this is where the movie's setup is clever and how it plays with us emotionally. Yes, there are 50 kids, and of course we only get to know a handful of them, but as the movie goes on and the group gets smaller and smaller, to the point where the people we do know are left, it makes it harder to watch them go down. We don't want them to stop, and when it happens, it just completely destroys you. The film also uses how our bodies would be affected by a journey like this, and uses that as tension. Are they gonna get shot by stopping to take a shit? Or shot from falling asleep? Or for tying their shoes? The film expertly uses moments like this to ratchet up the tension, and it's extremely effective. I think the best and most intense moment of this takes place at night during the rain when the group encounters a steep incline and they all have to keep that 3-mile-per-hour pace. It's one of the most intense moments of the movie and a sequence that I will not forget. The Long Walk is also one of these films where you can interpret it in different ways. You can say this film is about oppression, about hope, about revolt, about violence, and you'd be right about all of it. For me, the biggest thing I took away was the allegory of war, and in particular, the draft. I mean, honestly, this movie just reminded me how awful the draft is, where young men are selected at random to go fight and die for a country, even if they didn't want to. The film makes it clear on how disturbing that process can be. And we have to talk about our two leads, Raymond Garrity and Peter McVrise, played by Cooper Hoffman and David Johnson. These two actors are extraordinary. I knew I was going to get some strong performances from these two, considering I loved Hoffman in Licorice Pizza and Johnson in Alien Romulus, but they somehow exceeded my high expectations. They are the hope and compassion of a harrowing experience, and you're rooting from them from the word go. In my humble opinion, these two dish out Oscar-winning performances. Obviously, they won't get nominated for something like this, but they really are truly incredible. My only real complaint of the movie is its ending. Our last remaining character is granted that wish, and what this character wishes for has some serious ramifications for the Long Walk. But unfortunately, we don't actually get to witness if this winner's wish actually enacts the change they are looking for. Instead, we are given an ambiguous ending, leaving us wondering, did this character's actions actually change anything? We never get that answer. Now, to be clear, I love the decision that our winning character makes, considering, in a way, it subverts our expectations. I just wish the movie would have followed through with that decision the character made. Another thing that bothered me was actually Mark Hamill. I really like Mark Hamill, I think he's wonderful, but he was very distracting in this movie. It almost feels like he wandered onto the wrong film set. He's really going for it with an over-the-top performance, and for me, it didn't really match the tone of the film. The Long Walk is quite possibly the biggest surprise of the year for me. I had almost no hype for this movie, and yet it really blew me away. This is quite possibly one of the most depressing movies I've seen this year, and it's a film-going experience I will not forget anytime soon. If you like dystopian thrillers and movies that make you emotional and angry, then I highly recommend The Long Walk. This movie might be boring for some people because, I mean, it really is just 50 dudes walking for an hour and 40 minutes, but I for one was completely riveted throughout its runtime. And it's all thanks to JT Molnar's writing, Cooper and Johnson's performances, and the desperate need to go on this disturbing journey to find out who will win The Long Walk. Okay, that's it, folks. Did you watch The Long Walk? What did you think? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, I will see you on the next one.